What's going on, everybody? So, the Chicago Bears season has finally ended. Um, it was a very disappointing season. We had such high expectations that we didn't live up to. But we heading into the off season looking for a new head coach. Um, I think Ryan Poles needs to go, but we also have something to be encouraged about. And let me show you this. It's this guy.
Let's go! First one of 2025, and boy, oh boy, is a lot more coming. Let's go.
First win of 2025. Caleb's exciting. I think Caleb had a promising rookie season, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but the cards he was dealt was tough with the coaching change. We all know the story, but now it's just focus on what's ahead, and we're hiring a new head coach. I personally think we need to get rid of Ryan Poles, but I also want to spin this clip now. Ben Johnson is the darling that everybody's looking for. He's the one that everybody. He's a offensive guru, so he's probably going to have his pick of jobs. But let me share this. Here we go.
This recent report is making me very nervous, and I want you to tell me it's not true. That Ryan Poles is trying to softly push the Bears away from potentially hiring Ben Johnson because Ben Johnson would kick out Ryan Poles, and it looks like Ryan Poles might try to hire Brian Flores, who was a teammate of Ryan Poles at Boston College for a year, which would be the death of Caleb Williams if Brian Flores, what he did to Tua. What's going on?
Right after they fired Matt Eberflus, I started poking around to figure out what the Bears would be doing, where they'd be looking, what their focus would become. And I was told in no uncertain terms, their number one objective is to get the most out of Caleb Williams over the long haul. They view him as a franchise quarterback. They just need to get the most out of him. And the person I spoke to caused me to say, so you're getting an offensive guy. You got to get an offensive guy, because otherwise you get a defensive coach who hires an offensive coordinator, things start going well. The offensive coordinator says, see you later. I'm going to go be a head coach somewhere else. Find another offensive coordinator to get the most out of Caleb Williams. You want a Sean Payton, Drew Brees situation. Now, I was told they're not closing any doors when it comes to which side of the ball the coach comes from. But yeah, offensive coach seems to be the message that the Bears are sending as it relates to this desire to get the most out of Williams. But these palace intrigue questions are real. We've seen them before. And Ryan Poles isn't going to want to hire the guy that's going to eventually push him out the door. He doesn't want a guy that he's not going to be on the same page with, who's going to come in, have success, and try to take over. And it's critical that the GM and the head coach be on the same page. They should have equal accountability. There should be no avenue for the GM to try to undermine the coach if things are going poorly. No avenue for the coach to undermine the GM. And that's unfortunate if that's true, and I saw that as well. If Ryan Poles is going to be disinclined to go after Ben Johnson because he wants to protect his own turf, that's when you have to ask the tough.
Now that's the thing. That's where I began to wonder: should we hit the reset button? Because I think head coaches, quarterbacks, and general managers should be aligned. Um, you get a head coach that he usually wants to pick his quarterback. Then you get the general manager that's on the hot seat, and like Ryan Poles, this is the last year. He got one more year on his deal. So if it doesn't work out and they go to another general manager, then we right back at square one. That general manager is going to want to bring in his head coach, potentially bring in his quarterback, and then it's just a revolving door of the last 25 years of being a Chicago Bear fan. It's like we're going to keep going through this over and over and over again. I want to put this is Ryan Poles' record. This is the record of the last 5 Bears general managers. You got Mark Hatley, 19 wins, 45 losses, 29% winning percentage. Jerry Angelo, 95 wins, 81 losses, 54%. Phil Emery, 23 and 25, 47%. Ryan Pace, 48 and 65, 42%. And bringing up the rear, pause, you got Ryan Poles at 14, 36, 28% winning percentage. Now, I like some of the moves, a lot of the moves that Ryan Poles made. We got Caleb on his watch. We got Tyreek Stevenson on his watch. Kyler Gordon. We got Darnell Wright. A lot of guys. We brought in Keenan Allen, traded for DJ Moore. I mean, he did a lot. It hasn't panned out so far. And it potentially still can. But again, without the quarterback, general manager, and the head coach aligned, I personally think it's a recipe for disaster. Again, I like Ryan Poles, but he did make the horrible decision of bringing back Coach Eberflus. Eberflus should have been sent packing. He should have never got the opportunity to coach this team with Caleb Williams. I'm just a Bear fan that's sick and tired of losing. I just want to win. And if it takes starting all the way over with a new general manager and a new head coach, let's do it. Let's do it now. Let's not wait till next season and things don't go according to plan, and then we firing a general manager and we're looking for a general manager and then that general manager is going to want to bring in his head coach. You know, it has to stop. And personally, I don't think Ryan Poles is worth the reset. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And it's still Bear Down.